So, I attempted to stream today, but that doesn't seem like it's going to work out. So, I've decided I'm going to do something that people might actually watch and blatantly try and appeal to the algorithm. I'm going to draw the chicken jockey from the Minecraft movie. I haven't seen this movie. I have seen the meme of it, and I am bemused that it seems somewhat related to wrestling, which is a thing I'm interested in. And I figured people might watch this, mainly to dunk on me for my art, but sometimes when you're really out of ideas, you just have to pick something. Despite me being kind of a Luddite who doesn't really do popular things, such as play games that people like, I have in fact, sunk a good deal of hours into Minecraft. It is a very hours sinking into game. So, not that I ever was like, did the speed running or any of that stuff. I just played it. Mainly, I got into the idea of building underground layers made of glass. I don't know why. I wanted to become a James Bond villain and have this elaborate underground layer, but stuff with I'm not good at stuff like that, so it was a lot of work for not a lot of payoff. Anyways, the point of doing those sorts of things isn't necessarily to achieve anything, it's just to create your own personal sense of fulfillment. And isn't that what's nice about creativity games? I think, at least, is that you create your own little story. I haven't seen the Minecraft movie. I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of movies that I want to see. I really want to see Mickey 17. Haven't seen that yet. I got a little project I'm working on here that I don't want to publicly reveal yet because I don't know if it'll go through. But needless to say, some exciting things are happening in the personal. Every time I try one of these, I just kind of ramble on pointlessly, and I guess that's what I'm doing right now. What you're about to see, by the way, is not exactly the greatest artist in the world doing something. That would be too easy, too well liked, to no, you're seeing me, a somewhat mediocre artist, if I'm being generous. And probably should focus on a little bit more on this. See, competence is something short supply for me at times. There we go. Actually really nice right now. It's really bright and pretty, which I enjoy. Well, it's a little bit too much. There we go. You got to see me adjust the camera in live times. Isn't that fun and exciting and cool? Tell your friends. So, what was I saying? Who knows? I haven't really been out to movies lately. I've complained about this a lot, but I'll complain about it again. COVID happened and I fell out of the habit of going to the movies, and I missed that. That was always a thing I really enjoyed doing, was going out to the movies. I am old enough that I remember when Minecraft first came out, and it was just some indie game that people were excited by, and not like the world dominating force it turned into. That's not interesting. Nobody gives a shit that I'm old, or nobody cares. Nobody cares that I'm old. Who cares, right? There's a lot of people, a billion people like me out there in the world who also have that same experience. Nobody cares. I don't know why I bring that up. Nobody cares. I don't care. If somebody else brought that up to me, I wouldn't care. Why am I bringing that up to you? Oh, I'm so old. Minecraft. Yeah, no, nobody cares. I will say my fear of doing anything relevant and cool meant that I didn't really play it until it came out on iPhone. But again, nobody cared. I also chicken jockey. How much do you want to bet? Well, I guarantee you some indie wrestler has already out there is trying to figure out how to incorporate this into his moveset, and he or she should, because they should, because I will get them some virality. But do you want to bet the WWE or something is going to try and bring this up? Because it's a wrestling related thing that the kids are into. WWE. You gotta bring it up somehow. The Wii. I haven't seen the movie, by the way. I think I said that already. I don't know. I'm so old I'm forgetting things I've said. But going by the trailer, these are my assumptions. Going by the trailer and the one review I've read. Jason Momoa plays a former wrestler, I'm guessing, and Jack Blacks is a kid that's got stuck in the Minecraft world. It's a beautiful flippin' day, I have to say. Beautiful day. That's why I'm spending it with my windows opened. Not outside, but with... I need to get out more. That is one thing I've been feeling lately about me, as I've become such an aggressive homebody. It is ridiculous. I guess I thought I could talk more about Minecraft because I have played it quite a lot in my life, but I realized I was never good at it. I thought I could just stop. These videos won't be very long. What is this? This is 10 minutes. I'm probably going to cut this down to 5. We'll see. I thought I had more to say about Minecraft. I guess I really don't. It's fun. I'm glad that game's popular as opposed to, I don't know. I'd rather Minecraft be popular than, I don't know. What's a game everybody plays? Fortnite? I don't know. Never played Fortnite. No, that's a lie. I've played Fortnite, but Fortnite is so funny because that was just a free thing they added. The version of Fortnite everybody plays is not Fortnite, by the way. That is just a free version of the game that they added. The version of Fortnite that was meant to be played is a paid-for version called Fortnite Save the World, which is a zombie apocalypse, but everybody just latched onto the Battle Royale mode, which is funny. Well, it's free. That's part of the reason. Free is always more popular than paid. I remember when Minecraft was free. I think it was free. Yeah, it was free. Have to say, the art style for the movie is very strange, I must admit. Being as I know there are what I know about Minecraft fans is that they will spend hours watching Minecraft animations done in the style of Minecraft and then go and play hours of the game Minecraft. The people for who this is a thing really do not mind the blocky style, but I guess how do you get live action actors to play? But I don't know. I saw a review saying you could have easily done like a Lego style thing, but Lego movie style thing, I don't know. Again, I shouldn't really comment on the movie because it's a thing I haven't seen, so it's not fair. I do think it's funny that Mac from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia almost directed the film version. This was a real thing. He at one point was slotted in to direct the film version of it, and it may have starred Steve Carell. There was a version going around where Steve Carell was going to be the main star, which I thought was really funny because I wonder who they were thinking of Steve Carell. Were they maybe thinking of somebody, a very specific character Steve Carell may have been played? Was Steve Carell going to play himself, guys? Was Steve Carell going to play himself in a Minecraft movie? Was it going to get weird and meta like that? Was the story going to be that Steve Carell, successful actor, got obsessed with Minecraft and then got sucked into it? That would have been funny. And then it's about the rest of the cast of The Office spends years searching for him. And they learn that he's been stuck in Minecraft, so the government brings them in. And Jim, Pam, I know they all have regular human names. Listen, this is slowly turning in my mind to a crossover with The Office. A continuation of The Office, because this is a continuation of The Office, where Michael gets sucked into Minecraft and the government brings in his friends from The Office to journey into another world. You're the only ones who can bring him back! See? That's why these are good. Get to hear my hilarious takes about the world that are really funny. Would it have been funny if they went practical for this? I don't know how that would have been the most expensive movie ever made, but wouldn't it have been really funny if they went super practical for these effects and they actually had to build a Minecraft looking world for the actors to interact with? No CGI. What if Napoleon Dynamite guy was like, we're doing this all practical. If I see one bit of CGI in this movie, I walk, because I'm the guy who directed Napoleon Dynamite. I like to think he's a very... I read... Did I screw up? Probably. I almost screw up somehow. I read that... I've seen some comments from some teachers that apparently chicken jockey has been a banned phrase in a lot of schools now because just kids are saying it over and over again. It sounds like something I'd do as a kid. I always wanted to be... There was a kid in school who was funnier than me. And I always thought he was the coolest dude, so I always copied him. I'm sure he has a cool, normal adult job now, but I'm still chasing that. And it sounds like something I would... Listen, being the funniest kid in school is probably the most important thing you could be. It's the thing we're all working towards, right? I concede that my chicken looks more like a duck than a chicken, but hey, duck jockey would be just as funny. This is reminding me of there's a scene in Marbles, which is not the movie. I'm talking about a comic that exists. It's Mark Waid. It's Alex Ross doing art, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's Mark Waid. Or no, it's Kurt Busiek. No, wait. Now I have to look this up. No, I'm pretty sure it's Mark Waid because Marvel's Mark Waid. Because I think it's Kurt Busiek. I'm almost certain it's Kurt Busiek. Kurt Busiek. It feels like a dry run for City, which is my favorite comic book series ever. And I will at some point do a whole series reviewing everything. So, but yeah, it is Kurt Busiek. I'm done. I sometimes get it mixed up with okay, Skull. It's a very famous it is. Very famous thing. This is when can you see it? This is the Skull Girl. When they're introduced and we first meet the girl, and I know this is based on an earlier thing, but I feel. I believe well, it's because Alex Ross also does a lot of like for Mark Waid, so I forgot who was who, but yeah. If you're looking for a comic, yeah, I should probably talk about those at some point. Those were really good comics. I kind of finish this up and be done with it. Yeah. I was on somebody else's stream last night. I felt bad because we kept requesting art from him and he felt the need to keep going on. And he could tell by the end of it, he was just dead. He was like random songs and just like, because he was just so tired. And I was like, you don't need to do this, but you don't need to. Much more talented artist than me. Very funny cartoons. More popular than me too. It was Danny Alt. Does the cartoons. The Koala guy. I really like those. I'm less embarrassing around him than I am around other people whose art I really admire. Getting better at that. Kurt Busiek, I've told this story before. I was very awkward on his Twitter because it didn't occur to me that like people would just read the replies, and I'm like, oh no, Kurt Busiek. But just I was being like, and I was like, no, Kurt Busiek would never actually read my replies, and he did, and now I'm so embarrassed. I've never been more embarrassed than when it didn't occur to me that, and I was older than you think I would be with that. I feel like a little bit like I'm a character in a Seth Rogen movie, in that I went through a late in life adolescence. But it sucks because it's like so much I have to do. Oh my god, there's just so much I have to do. You know, actually kind of a way to make this. I think they should have probably kept the art style because that's what the fans actually wanted, but you know, the worst. It looks super bizarre, and it may have been better if it was animated. What am I talking? Of course, it would have been better if it was animated, because the live act from the scenes I've seen, it's not successfully filled them in. Whatever, but I haven't seen the movie, and that's not fair to really make a point. What was I saying about Marvels? Oh yeah, like comics. Try out Marvels. That's a really great comic. It's an attempt to be more, but still earnest, like Marvel comics, but in like as premiered, you know, like characters premiered in the 60s, premiere characters who were in World War II, premiere like fight in World War, and it's kind of like be a more down to earth yet realistic version, but still keeping the tone of Marvel. Verisimilitude is the word I used. I use because it's like, you know, it's still superheroes and be fun, but the emotion real in things. I think that's always my opinion. Is like, you know, it doesn't be realistic, but the characters should feel realistic. I guess like the characters should have to react to. He sets the modern writing advice. People are like, well, in old novels, yeah, but in old novels, you're modern novels want different things, man. You can either that or don't, but that's just life. Oh man, the rings are getting me. Okay. Partly is I have to like be a picture over here, and I have like can't really be expressive as I want to, so we're just gonna do this. Fortunately, I don't think this is gonna be a very long video. Maybe it will be. I don't know. You know, I also off with like a lot of, and then by the end of it, I'm just like, oh damn, I just want this stupid thing to be over with. That's kind of how now. Still looks bad. Oh well. You know, I also do these streams. It's, you know, it's there for something to look at. It's not really the reason people. I don't think so. If you are, I appreciate it, but surely there's way better people to that out of. You know, if people just somebody to talk in the yard is a thing to look at while you're talking to somebody. Honestly, like streams are kind of that also. It doesn't really people are playing. Well, it does. It, you know, if the two types of from what I've seen, it's like people are good at something and they're showing off their abilities live, and people who are less good at something, and it's really just about a place to hang out. You ever notice that? And that's the thing I've been thinking about lately in society. It's like you always know to hang out with things, and I'm like, you know, fundamentally just people and hanging out with them is such a nice thing to do. And it's really sad to the society that we need like just excuses, but we do. Not like practical with that. No, it's like we do. Well, because it would be nice. It'd be nice to see people, and we shouldn't have to think of a reason. We should see people because we like. That's just not the way things work. Okay, okay, I'm done. Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, guys, I'm really sorry about this, but I actually have to get going like right now. I have some stuff I have to take care of. So, it's not exactly the level I want it to be, but here. No, wait, that's not right. Here, 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 here. Here it is. Okay, we'll try this again some other day, or hopefully, or on stream, or probably nobody will watch this video.